Mind control game is the name of the game. There is information on the internet about MK Ultra monarchy. Other forms of mind control used by the government in order to trigger people into doing insane things. One of the places the indoctrinations begins is in the military. Yeah, it's true. Some say this happened to my son, now 37-year-old. Some say that no, 36-year-old. Some say that the mandatory vaccine received in the military, mandatory vaccine, that rings a bell, received in the military has things in it that got above and beyond the general public's programming and can be triggered with various technologies. The Archons control the government, who are their Muppets, who controls the heads, who are Muppets as well. So it's just like a Russian doll, a Russian doll that's inside there is little. That's the hierarchy, the pyramid of all this control minding game. Archons control Muppet governments control Muppet people. And the merry-go-round starts. The government uses people to peer into the future timeline possibilities to try to get intel on who will be a troublemaker in the Archon's plans. Don't tell me. Then they time travel in order to try to make the person choose a different outcome in their lives, as well as implant on tag them. The mind control techniques are used mostly to try to keep their vibration low or to cause dissent with the people around them. That's very true. That's very true. Very true. And once they find you in the workplace, whatever that belongs to their matrix, they don't allow you in. They'll do anything for their minions to throw you out and make your life a misery. You know? They are that mean in a low. How low can you go? And they try to make you become the terrorist and the bad person like Aswanga. What's his name? I don't know what Aswanga. The guy who went to Sweden who accepted him there. So Andrew Basiago is one person that has come forward with his story about this topic about Project Pegasus. Here is a video with a brief introduction to this topic. They removed the video because it gave a lot of information. They removed it. But there is much more on his website as well. Again, take what you need and leave the rest. There is much to be learned from personal experience here, although just like with anyone, most of the time we do not have a clue what is real and what is part of the matrix. I know it's all about feelings. What you feel is right is not matrix. What you feel is wrong is matrix. So how to dissolve implants and tags? Warning is the first step in healing yourself of these energies. After all, we are living in a light illusion matrix hologram where everything is made up of energy. Continue to observe, and when you feel a trigger on you, if you observe it in someone else, stop, drop, and ground. Yes, I just made that up. Although this is not a laughing matter for most people, especially those who have been targeted. The two things that have worked for me in moving out of the matrix are love and humor. When you see the circus unfold in front of you, sometimes the only thing that keeps you sane is laughing at it. That's so true. You see all the crowd there. Our life is a carnival. We play hiding our pain and the fantasy of a very day. My ideal is you, my love. Oh. And there's a lot of clowns in the stage. Play a game that doesn't have logics. Of course, you have to use your discernment in each situation. You wouldn't want to laugh hysterically in a courtroom and then be taken in handicaps to the psychiatric ward. But that's the right thing that you should do, because there's a lot of clowns everywhere who takes all very seriously. There's the clown. The clowns always find problem and imperfection in others. Implants can be purposefully neutralized by being grounded and connection in the planet. For her energies balance out both sides of the brain and strengthen the right side functions to allow for more access to intuition and source energy. The now moment is a balanced connection with the mind and spirit. Any kind of creative artist held in loving vibration can put you in the now moment, like painting, singing, sculpting, writing, and similar things that you enjoy doing. Yeah, that's through walking to the garden, doing gardening, being centered and grounded in the now moment can neutralize most implants because your vibration is raised out of the range of frequency of these devices. Yeah, just give the middle finger, this will help. Some tags can be removed by the persons by making declaration that do not consent for any implants or tags, and you demand their removal. I think I have here on this site. Some can be removed by energy workers who help to rebalance your own energy field so that it can correct itself for any foreign objects or energy. You can also do this energy work on yourself by using your imagination and power of intention. And special baths. A personal declaration for restating your sovereignty can not only dissolve implants but can revoke any contracts you have signed under duress or trickery. Here is a link of a revocation written by a friend of mine, Mary Jane Banks, that you may be interested in. Bradley Loves also has an excellent declaration of non-consent, which pretty much covers the bases and goes into detail about public notice. We are much more powerful than we realize. Yeah, sure, yeah. But if you need some help, then the majority of all implants and tags can be either neutralized or removed with the help of an expert. It is a tricky thing to try to suggest an energy worker for someone. Energy workers themselves have tags and implants, and some do not clear themselves. However, if a person is very ill or very confused and is being manipulated, it becomes difficult, if not impossible, for them to bring themselves into the centered now moment of love. This is where a professional energy worker can help. I have not personally hired any professional implant removers, so I am hesitated to give a recommendation to anyone if I haven't tried it myself. I do have a few suggestions, though you will have to use your own discernment as to what works for you and what doesn't. I have read the review of one person by the name of Alexandra Midas who has had some experience here and recommendation Alexandra's website here. Another website that I have heard about I had good things about is Cameron Day. Cameron has a free self-help mini course with guided meditation that may be of interest to you. Here's the link. Cameron Day I can vouch for. I have interviewed Cameron and you can listen to that interview here. Another way to heal from this negative energy is through an organic shaman. These people have been working with the planet for many lifetimes and they know how to help you recognize and clear these energies. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know why I don't think. Again, I have no personal experience with either procedure, so I'm not recommending one direct. No, 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 no. Shaman is not a good idea. They themselves deals with reptilians. They are gods of the reptilian themselves, so I will not in any way recommend it. What they do, they invoke their own the very beings that are caused to you to come and help you. They will not help. They will pretend to help. They alleviate placebo and they will return. And worse yet, they will mark you more because they know that you have been tagged by them, and they will mark because they know that you are trying to resist. So it's a big no-no for me. I don't like the sense of shaman or all this esotericism thing. I don't like religions thing. The only way is to be. They try to be smart, be smarter than them. They try to be evil, be more evil than them. They try to be strong, be stronger than them. They try to be vile, be viler than them. They try to be wild, be wilder than them. You know what I mean? Again, I have no personal experience with either procedure, so I'm not recommending one directly. If you are a professional implant remover, please contact me so that I can take a look at your procedure. The more aware you become, the more your spirit will work with you to heal your personal blueprint. This method as well has connection in the planet, has worked best for me, but some people truly get so tagged from giving their power away that they need a little extra help. Sometimes people just simply do not stop and take the time for themselves to do the work. I guess that what work is quantum music, and what Cameron say is about intentions and revocations of contract. This one has worked for me. Starseed and royalty. Starseed is the term used for those who heard what have been happening on Earth and agreed to come here from other planets, galaxies, or universes and help from the inside out. They have incarnated into human bodies and awakened into their role as helpers, healers, and teachers when they are called open. Also, they are walk-ins. Sometimes they have taken this body and they have come, the one that inhabits this body has gone and they came in to give this body strength to fight all those them huge. Royal bloodlines are those that have more DNA of a particular species in them rather than a plethora of mixed DNA from interbreeding through history. A particular race of ET can only incarnate into a body that will match up and thus it needs to keep the bloodline pure in order to be able to do this. These purer bloodlines are the Illuminati who control the masses at the direction of the Archons. No, there's many others besides this Illuminati thing. Rampant sex causes interbreeding on the planet, and this has been used against the benevolent races that do not choose to control humans. As their bloodlines are becoming more and more intermixed. That's true. Thus, the Americas was a project to intermix people. The Americas is a project. And not only Americas, the Occident, especially so the Occident, the Asiatics and the Afros are also mixed a bit, but a little bit, not so much as we are in the Occident. And their plans was to specifically taint our ancestors and to make us all mixed so that we become dumbier. The Illuminati will do anything, including nothing to do with Illuminati. Before that, already have all this nonsense. The Illuminati will do anything, including killing pure specimens and interfamily breeding, even if it is brother, sister, or parent, child. It's like the Anunnaki did. The Anunnaki and all this reptilians. So, some starseeds and royalty could have implants that are deeply embedded into the spinal cord. One kind of tag looks like a black octopus. These implants can be removed by a professional. Oof. Although as we continue to wake up and learn how to ground and center with the planet, state our sovereignty. Eventually, these implants will not be able to exist in the frequency and will dissolve. Correct. It's very correct because it happened to me. There is a plan, and when this happened, they left me. They will bug me until last year non-stop. Now they have gone a bit. There is a plan. The more you stay in the now moment outside of space-time, the more help you will receive to know how to remove these implants. The implanting and controlling of humanity in order to trick them into making choices with their free will not be allowed to happen anymore. Rest assured that there's a plan in place that will help humans to be able to make informed choices as the barriers are dissolved. This article is a general representation of implants and tags. There is much more than we aren't being told about the parasitic nature of the Archons. They have given orders to government to use technology on us in order to keep us in compliance and obedience. They have the ability to wipe our memories just like in the movie Man in Black. And what they are doing has gotten so far out of control that it is going to have to stop. Once the military, government, and police's lives wake up to what they are doing to their fellow humans, we can really get ahead in this game. However, the question is, will the herds here, the heads, the hives, mentality heads, will they ever consent if this move to change things and not to be controlled? Will they ever agree to it? That's the question. And that's why they control best, because they control those who want to be controlled. If the person itself is stupid, weak, and stupid and coward, they will not do anything to change anything. What they will do is bring the others that they think is nothing for them down. They themselves are not the perpetrators. It doesn't have to be those who are in power, those who has money, or those who are in political power to do all those things. There are only millions who are on the bottom ladder will do themselves unto other people. You know what I mean? That it's not just the governments, not the Illuminati, it's not just the those in power, but those people themselves who chooses to be what they are. You see? Because that's why they control the masses, they control their minds, because the best compliant one, the best, the most stupid the masses will serve their plans. You see, they are there to serve their plans, and they have their consent, and they want their consent, because all their need is their yes, and they say yes all the time. That happen major changes here on earth. They always say yes to changes, always yes. Few are those who goes to the street and do something. These are mostly the Occidentals who do that. Mostly Europeans, some North Americans, or some Israelites. That's the only ones. We don't see the others like Arabs, Arab world, Afro, Asiatic doing that, or even some Latinos Americans. They don't do that because they are afraid. They are hard, you know. They have the mentality of the herd, and they love all this. And what I'm trying to say is that this thing is happening because people themselves gives a big yes to all this. They consent, you consent, and when you consent they will have your signature to best manipulate all the rest who says no to their control and dominion here upon the masses. Okay, and I left just a few of us in Europe, the Israelites, the Occident, a few against a very large herd in Asia, in Africa, Middle East, and even Latin America, who are too complacent, too stupid to do anything. And that's what I observe every time. If you are currently suffering, I do not take your situation lightly. Apparently, you have a very important mission to do. Yeah, that's my case. That's my case. Oh my gosh. I am a heroine in that I'm so strong. After all that I've been through and I'm still going through. You know? And I don't want this mission because I'm tired of all this. I'm sick. Not say I want to die, because if I want to die I would have died a long time ago. I don't want, not now, at least not now, here in this place where I am. Not now. And also because I don't give pleasure to devils. The devils want me dead, but they will not succeed easily. And I feel like there will be a cosmic wild card that will help move you to the next level. I don't think so. If you do not have any illness or problems at this time, congratulations on healing and combating the attacks. Yeah, because I can heal myself. That's the problem. That's not the problem. That's the thing about me. That's my lifestyle, is that I heal myself. You have either had outside help, I don't think so. It's from myself. Or have lived a life of choices in love which have allowed you to be impervious. That's me. That's the second. For me at least the second. Because I have helped many people and many animals. So this is what keeps me afloat of all the problems. If you are somewhere in the middle, I'm proof that you can heal yourself, and I want you to know there is hope. It does not take hard work and a lot of focus. Try to use a laughter, as it is true that it's the best medicine. Yeah, but laughter alone This article is not meant to instill fear or hopelessness, but that's what we feel, many of us, in this planet. At least some of us, so the oldest one, uh, they feel a lot of hopelessness, and you can feel. You don't even have to look at their eyes. You can feel that. In fact, people are tired. Many people are very tired. In fact, I hope for the opposite effect. The more people who know about this, the more people will be able to break free and help change the timelines along with the planet to reach a point where none of the technology will work on us anymore. When a person breaks free, it collectively impacts all of humanity. This will allow us to break free completely out of their timelines altogether. Depending on layers of implants and tags, it's fairly easy to work on them yourself. Love is more powerful than their technology. Spend plenty of time loving yourself and you will see layer upon layer break away. It does not get easy, and I wouldn't be here writing this article if it wasn't possible. It is possible. I have learned to recognize when they trigger um from they trigger I have learned to recognize when they trigger my family or those around me, or when I trigger to self-destruction as if having a crave for something that's not good for my body. Yeah, it's true. I'm aware of my own thoughts and actions, and I am working on being the only entity in charge of my physical vehicle. We really are doing this whether we realize or not. As we awaken, the more people that simply uncover that there is a program will remove the curtain and expose the programmer. Remove their mask. This will bring this atrocity to an end because there is no place for the programmer and his workers to run and hide. Knowing these people are bad, big bad damage, coward ones, strike and hide. Knowing this information makes it easier to forgive yourself and others for words and actions that are hurtful. There are two says that truly make sense in this application. They are now this woman bring religion here. The world has not too long ago full of mind controlled zombies. There is a proof that things are rapidly changing right in front of you. Especially the fact that you are awake and reading this article. On the other side, we have already won this battle. Not all. I don't agree with that. Not all of us. There's a lot of head still in the jungle. Now we are working on the best possible outcome for all of humanity and the planet. However, I'm glad and happy for those few ones, especially those born in the 60s. Bravo, brothers and sisters. Bravo. My brothers and sisters from the generation of the 60s, all indigos, who came here to change this nonsense, this rubbish. All the others born in the 70s ahead are all go all down drain in those born below 60s. Those below 60s and those above 60s are the mostly one who are more prone to go with the flow of all those shenanigans that we see here, all these injustice, all this um, brutality that we see, all the crime, social crime, political, social, scientific, whatever, geographic, whatever that they do to bring our conscience down and our vibration down. And all these heads who are on the left side, they always side with these entities, and there's a lot of them, but big hands produce of my generation of the 60s who stood tall and brave and try to change things from within. Bravo. Continue like this. We are the indigos and we are here to make changes.